Hey guys, this is Coach Lowe, and we're going to talk about classifying triangles today. So classifying triangles, and we're going to look at several ways to classify triangles. We'll classify triangles by their sides and also by their angles. Excuse me. All right, so let's look at classifying triangles by their angles first. So just a little reminder on um, parts of a triangle. So I'm going to draw a triangle here real quick. So we have angles, we have vertices, there's vertex A, B, and C. We have angles of the triangle. So we have angle A, angle C, angle B. They're not equal to each other, just using those marks to point them out. And then also we have sides of the triangle. So vertex, I'm having trouble spelling this morning. Vertex, side, angle. So a side will be the line that extends between two vertices. An angle is where you have two sides that meet. They will help form that angle, or they will form the angle. All right, so let's talk about classifying by angles first. All right, so classifying by angles. First, let's talk about an acute triangle. An acute triangle is a triangle where all of the angles are less than 90 degrees. Oh, it's so cute. All right, all angles measure less than 90. So all are acute angles. You can say it in a little voice if you want to. Oh, all are acute angles. All right, what about another one? How about an obtuse triangle? So an obtuse triangle has one obtuse angle. Now the other two will be acute. We don't care about those. We just care about the one obtuse. All right, so you can probably figure out which angle is obtuse here. It's the big one. All right, so obtuse triangle has one angle and only one. There won't be more than one. That measures more than 90. So one obtuse angle. And like I said, the other two will be acute. We don't really care about that. All right. And then right angle. So this right angle or right triangle has one right angle. So one angle that measures 90 degrees. The other two again will be acute. All right, classifying triangles by their sides. Classifying triangles by their sides. First, we have a scalene triangle. Scalene means no sides are the same length. No sides are the same length, right? Isosceles. An isosceles triangle, two sides are the same length. So two sides are congruent, or two sides have the same measure, at least two sides. And then last one, equilateral. Equilateral, all sides are the same length. So all three sides are congruent. All right. Um, let's just talk about the isosceles triangle. When we talk about an isosceles triangle, the base, it will be identified as the side that's not equal to another side. The two equal sides are called the legs. So the two legs that are congruent or equal in measure are called the legs. And the side opposite this vertex angle, where the two equal legs meet, is called the base. All right, base angles. So the angles down here with the base angles are congruent. On an isosceles triangle, base angles are congruent. And think about that. Their sides are congruent. This angle is opposite that side, and this angle is opposite that side. My angles are congruent. The legs are congruent that are opposite. All right, so sides that are congruent are called legs. Base angles that are opposite those sides are congruent. So that's this guy and this guy. They're congruent to each other, the angles. So this angle and this angle, if I measured them with a protractor, they would be congruent, equal in measure. Then the vertex is the point where the two legs meet, or you could think about it as the angle away from the two congruent angles. So the third angle is not involved in all the craziness at the bottom. All right. So we should be able to classify angles by their sides and our triangles by their sides and by their angles. So let me give you an example of one and we'll be finished. Of course, we won't really be finished because we'll talk about this in class, won't we? Yes, of course we will. All right, so let's classify this by the angles first. So I see that I have two angles that are 30 degrees and I have an angle that's 120. So remember, we're looking for either angles that are all less than 90, one angle that's bigger than 90, or one angle that is 90. I have one angle that's larger than 90 right here. That makes this an obtuse triangle. All right, now let's switch gears and look at sides. I have two marks on these, which means I have two sides that are equal, so this is isosceles. So I have an obtuse triangle classified by its angles because there's a 120-degree angle. And it's an isosceles triangle because I have two sides that are congruent. All right, now let's talk a little bit more. This is the vertex. These are the legs. So there's a leg and there's a leg. These are the base angles. Base angles are congruent. And this is what we're all about, right? The base. Okay. All right, that was a bad joke. I know. All right, so those are the ways that we can classify triangles, and we'll talk more when I see you next. This is Coach Lowe, and I'm out.